The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world. Hello, hello, and welcome to Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. I'm early. Do I get a raise if I'm early or only if I'm like extremely on time? I don't know. I think I'm gonna, just give it to myself. Also, happy sight pulling into the parking lot today. The complex has put up the snowflakes that decorate the streetlights. Now, I consider myself quite observant and I do stare out this window all morning, but I'm not sure if they're always there and they just turn them on or if they put them up yesterday afternoon. But either way, they look great. And in this extra dark season, a little snowflake glow goes a long way. Have you ever showed up to an event on the wrong day? Maybe an open house early, or how about booking your holidays around a stat and realizing the stat's on a different week? Or this one I just found out about. Bought tickets to the Jonas Brothers concert last June, and I've thought about it a ton. I'm not wishing the summer away, just having something to look forward to in November. My husband had an appointment in Edmonton, and I had to move it to match up with the concert. I booked holidays for it and everything, and I've opened the Ticketmaster app multiple times to check what time it starts and that the tickets are in there. And then this morning, I got an email that said, 1 week till the Jonas Brothers are in Edmonton. And I thought, no, 2 weeks. I opened my Ticketmaster app one more time, and they're right. My tickets are for 1 week from now. Do I have to take holidays twice to go to my concert next week and with my husband to his engagement the one after that? How? How did I do this? Here's hoping it's a lesson I never have to learn again. Have you ever played Magic the Gathering? I tried once when I was in college, and every card I put down was either wrong or the people I was playing with would slam a card on top and tell me how they beat me because they had an extra superpower. It was pretty maddening and the end of my MTG career. But I was chatting with someone yesterday who was telling me a little bit more of how Magic the Gathering works, and it would seem that you can spend a ton of money on cards to play with. Like thousands. And now I have a couple questions. First, if you spent $1,000 on a card, would you want to play with it? Like, that seems like something you'd want to keep safe in a safe. Second, it's just a piece of cardboard. How are people not just printing off their own versions of the cards and then coming to an understanding with their friends that it's okay not to spend that much? And third, card protectors. Don't you know which card is which when the most expensive one is wrapped in very hard plastic? I'm sorry if I've offended anyone, but if you play and know the answers, please call me. 780-791-1037. I have to take a moment to chat about the folks who work at Starbucks. And I don't know where they find these folks who are so willing to go above and beyond and who are always so kind and patient. But to work a job where modifications of their signature drinks is a way of life, it is pretty impressive that they still have a smile left to share. Last night, I was at the downtown location when a gentleman came by with samples of their new Christmas blend he had just made a small pour-over batch of, and slices of brownie to go with it. We cheersed with the other folks enjoying their samples, and it was a magical little moment while out for a coffee. And I have to say, he made a customer out of me. That Christmas blend was delicious. I do wonder if it'll work the same in my drip brewer, or if I'll need to get fancy and dig out my pour-over too. We have a fresh guest co-host in the studio this morning. Hannah Friedad is here. And now you might know Hannah as the executive director of Pride YMM. She also is the founder and artistic director of Swamp Rat Experience. You've probably seen her on stage. Nurse Jane Goes to Hawaii. What were the other ones? The Drowsy Chaperone I remember seeing you in years ago.
Lend Me a Tenor. I've been in A Christmas Carol twice. The first time I was Belle. And then the second time, 3 years later, I guess I'd aged just enough, so now I played Mrs. Cratchit instead.
Oh, no.
That was Keanu's nice way of saying, oh, girlfriend, you're old now. Oh, man.
Well, I hope they added some makeup to make you actually look old. Like.
No, not a thing.
Oh,
I did just play Rachel Lynde in Anne of Green Gables,
yes.
And then I did get old lady makeup. It was amazing.
And you were so cute in that. I absolutely laughed when you walked on stage.
Well, thank you. My hips, I could feel it in my hips for weeks afterwards. I had quite the duck waddle on.
You did.
The entire show.
It was a full-on march. It was awesome. Okay, and then now, not just all of these fun things that we can see you in, you also have your Jeopardy story for us.
I do. So Steph asked me, she asked me to come on to co-host, to think of a funny story to introduce myself. So immediately I could think of nothing. And all the things I could think of were not appropriate for morning radio. So here we are. And the thing I could think of that is consistent throughout my life is how many disgusting things I've eaten.
Now, this is very surprising to me and also terrifying because I'm the pickiest eater ever and also 0% adventurous. I don't eat fruit. So
You don't eat fruit?
I don't eat fruit because
Any fruit?
None. You don't know what kind you're going to get. You get a strawberry, but it might be mushy that day. It might have mold on the inside. There could be a bug in it. So absolutely not.
Some
not
would
eating
call
fruit.
that the surprise of life.
Like you. What kind of gross things have you eaten?
Ooh, let's start nice and simple, shall we? This summer I went home to Sweden, where I'm from. That's the accent. And I went to something in Malmö called the Disgusting Food Museum.
There's a place like that?
There is a place like that, and they have food displayed from all across the world. And it's very interesting to walk through too, because some of the foods that were displayed from Scandinavia, I'm like, I'd have that for breakfast. And my stepdaughter looked at it like, it just crawled out of the sewers. I'm like, well, I call it lunch. And anyway, so at this museum, part of the tour is you actually get to try these things.
No.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And you have to try every single thing. And if you do, you get a t-shirt.
Did you get the t-shirt?
I have the t-shirt.
Hannah, oh my gosh.
But it was a nice t-shirt. And it was quite fun things. Like there was some bugs and there were some larvae. They were all dead and fried up though. The grossest thing was the cheese.
Oh.
Yeah. Besides the durian fruit shall not be mentioned because, but the cheese was from the stomach of a baby goat.
No.
Yes.
No.
It was very disgusting. I do not understand why someone would go through the months it took to prepare this cheese, and will not recommend goat stomach cheese.
I can't even fathom. I can't fathom thinking that was a great idea to put that in my mouth. I can't figure out how somebody discovered to create this recipe for goat stomach cheese.
Right? That's my kicker with a lot of foods. Like, who thought of this? Who thought of this process to create this food? And then someone else thought it was good enough to replicate over and over for years.
Yeah.
I say I enjoy having some smoked fish roe on my morning sandwich, so I'm probably not the best person to talk.
Little definition, smoked fish roe? What is that?
It comes in a tube and it's pink and it's like
yeah.
Little fish eggs.
Nope.
You put on your sandwich.
Hey, I'm glad there's a special place for you and there's a special place for me and we don't have to have dinner together.
Right?
Hannah is here with Swamp Rat Experience and a big week coming up. But then next weekend is the week where you get to showcase all the work you've been doing for what? Since June?
Oh my goodness. The work started a year and a half ago.
Whoa.
Actually. Yeah. Doing a big theater production takes much longer than many anticipate. We started working on Rent, the Broadway musical, back last summer. That was when we first got going, and we are about to see the end result of all this hard work next weekend. I am exploding. I am literally exploding right now.
With a lot of information swirling in your head, or with can't wait, I'm so excited for you to see it in your head?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above. There are so many things to do, and everything is kind of coming together right now. So there's a lot of moving parts, almost literally. And there's also all the excitement and all the build-up. Like, we're finally going to see it on stage after all this time. And it's never been done in Fort McMurray before, this show. It's one of the biggest Broadway shows ever. And we've never done it up here. So I'm really excited.
And have you seen it on Broadway or done in play form before? Or are you just seeing it in the movie? Or
No. Actually,
Neither?
I have not.
Really?
It was the directors, Jenny and Zach, who brought this idea to me because they love the musical so much. And whenever someone comes to me with a project they're passionate about, and for a reason they're passionate about it that I can get behind, I'm all for it. And I will go to extreme lengths to make it happen. And we've worked very hard to make this happen. We're a small independent theater company, and we've had a lot of help from Keanu Theater and from other companies and people in town. But it's happening. Oh my goodness.
So Thursday night, opening night.
Yep, November 16th. And then we have a show on Friday, and we have a matinee on the Saturday. For those who, 8 p.m. I'm approaching 40. 8 p.m. for me now. It's getting late, man. If I'm not at home in in my PJs at 9, I'm questioning my life choices.
All right. Well, that's perfect for the matinee then, especially with it getting dark so early anyway. Like, I mean, it may feel like nighttime in the middle of the afternoon.
Exactly. Exactly. And then we have the final performance at 8 p.m. on Saturday, November 18th.
Very exciting. Now, where can folks get tickets?
Tickets.kiano.ca.
And another option is to head to our website right now, mix1037fm.com, because we are also flush with some tickets. We've got 5 pairs to give away, and all you have to do is enter over there. But definitely, if you want to secure your seat and choose where you're sitting, Kiano Box Office is where to go.
Oh, definitely. And some of the shows are getting pretty slim on tickets at this point, so don't wait. I know we're a last-minute town, but you don't want to snooze on this one. You don't want to snooze on it.
Perfect. Rent is next week. Opening night is Thursday, and it ends on Saturday. There are not 2 weekends for this, so you can't sit. Hannah Frieded is here with me today. And Hannah, I don't know if you've seen this, but on TikTok, I have been seeing people bragging about the Blundstone warranty.
The Blundstone warranty.
Yeah, so Blundstones are those boots that you kind of pull on with 2 tabs, and they have like elastics on the ankle parts.
Oh, yeah, the ones that look like work boots, and they're like $300.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Those ones that kind of came into style, and everybody wears them with leggings to no matter what their task is that day. Yes, exactly.
I actually really like those. I'm very basic.
Oh, I like them too. I'm just not willing to shell out the $300. However, their warranty kind of makes you want to reconsider that idea. So people have been saying, after 6 or 7 years of them wearing their Blundstones for every task imaginable, they've been kind of deteriorating. But you can send a picture of your boots to Blundstones, and then they ask you to cut the elastics out, send them back a picture, and then they send you a brand new box of boots.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Sounds like I need to go and, go through my wardrobe and see if I have any old pairs lying about.
Yeah.
Or lying about.
Lying about. Or maybe, kind of scour the thrift stores, see if anybody's donated them because they were worn out and they didn't know about the amazing warranty.
Well, now you're just thinking. Now you're thinking.
I probably shouldn't have shared my idea, though. Everybody is probably available to go to the thrift store now, and I have to wait till after work.
There you go. There you go. You shouldn't be having great ideas and then just telling people on the radio. You just tell me so I can get there first.
And then we can split.
There we
boots,
go.
Right? You could have left, I'll have right.
Perfect. That will work out. Yeah. You're 7.5?
9.5.
That's really cool, though. Like, are there other places that do these kind of warranties too? I feel I need to get in on this.
Yeah, I think everybody should share their best warranty stories.
Yes.
780-791-1037. Tell us your best warranty find. Only 2 days left to get your names in for Name That Plow. Now, Hannah, the RMWB is naming 6 of its fleet this year, but they're taking nominations. So you can go on over to their website and put in 3 of your best options to help name the fleet. Any ideas?
Well, I'm going to guess that Plowy McPlowface has already been done.
You know what? They even have a joke reel about that, about how they're not naming the Plowy McPlowface.
Fine, if you're going to be that way. Well, I'm obviously a very cool and trendy person and not at all somewhat of a nerd. So I would...
Obviously.
Yes. Hello. A theater. I would probably go with the Big Leplowski.
Okay, all right. The Big Lebowski, but Leplowski. I like it. Okay.
Or you're a blizzard, Harry.
Oh, like from You're a Lizard, Harry.
No, he's a wizard, you see.
Oh.
Or he's a hairy wizard, Hagrid.
I didn't get
one
this
of the
joke. Sorry.
Steph is not a Potter fan, everyone. Okay, I'm appalled too, but it's only so much we can do.
I read the books, I promise. It's just been a little while.
That's what they all say.
I honestly thought you were like, it's the gillyweed thing. You're a lizard, Harry. And now that I'm saying this, you obviously was a fish, not a lizard. So none of this works.
It could have been a fish. I mean, one of them was a fish for a little bit. Oh no, sharks aren't fish.
Right.
Right. Sorry, I didn't get my biology right there.
And
there's always the obvious choice. Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. None of these are obvious, but I love it. Apart from Plowy McPlowface, you're very creative over there.
Well, we just go with Bob. Bob is always solid.
Just Bob. Wow. That doesn't go. He needs like I don't know. Is there any actual name? Maybe like Russell, because he's like rustling along the road. Like Bob, he's not bobbing in the water. We gotta.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. All right. Anyway, you go submit those answers as well. Everybody else go submit your answers because tomorrow is the last day to do that, and then the judging starts.
From entertainment to music and anything in between, this is The Buzz.
Brought to you by Foy Medi-Spa.
Mariah Carey has a fresh gift for us this Christmas. Not just her All I Want for Christmas Is You song back on the charts, but she says she's putting out some new music, telling Good Morning America, I've been working the past 3 or 4 weeks on just writing new songs. Yesterday we were in the studio working on something with a choir, working on a new song, so it's exciting.
It is very exciting. I think I might know what it is. I have 2 options here.
Okay.
Either she has really considered our feelings, and it's All I Want for Christmas, All You Want for Christmas is a new holiday anthem.
Oh, yes. Thank you. That would be great.
Or
Option 2.
The other option would be if she actually did the song from Love Actually, when he has to redo I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes.
Okay.
Christmas is all around us. Maybe she makes a take on that because I would listen to it.
Me too, for sure. It is Trivia Tuesday. So, Hannah, what day of the year is Guy Fawkes Day?
November 5th.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how did you remember that?
Well, remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know for no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. So, it's just part of education.
That was very impressive. I only know remember the 5th of November, but you took it a step further there. Good job. Do you have one for me?
I do, and I'm going to bring it back to food.
Okay.
But don't worry, this one isn't a gross one, just a little bit surprising.
Okay.
Which nut is made to create dynamite?
A nut made to create dynamite?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. Is it a regular nut? Like, do we eat it?
Yes.
Okay. Macadamia?
No.
Peanut?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a peanut. They use peanut oil to make glycerin. Used
Really?
to make TNT.
Okay, well, you learn something new every day.
Ta-da! You're welcome, Fort McMurray.
Got to give a big shout out to Hannah. Thank you so much for joining me today. It has been so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me. I've had a great time. It's one of the best ways to wake up on a Tuesday.
Oh, thank you. All right, perfect. So that means I can count on you to come in again and hang out?
Whenever you want to.
Perfect. Okay, and make sure you do go see Hannah as well. Next week, she is going to be executive producing Rent. Very exciting. Opening night is on Thursday night, and it goes all weekend, even a matinee on Saturday and final show Saturday night. Now, Hannah, everybody has a catchphrase at the end. I'll say mine, then you say yours, okay?
I'm ready.
I hope your day is looking on the bright side.
Ooh, stay weird. And if you're not already, give it a try. It's fun.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.